The Ohio State Reformatory was built between 1886 and 1910. The goal of the Reformatory was to reform and rehabilitate inmates by means of religion, education, and to provide them with a trade. On April 21, 1930, a massive fire broke out at the penitentiary, and in the aftermath, roughly 200 of the most violent inmates were sent to the Reformatory. They were housed in the attic with no cells, just beds lined up in rows. In today's episode, we will be exploring the attic, trying to communicate with the 200 violent inmates. Trying not to run out of here like a freaking sissy. The camera around a little bit more because I am starting to freak out a little bit. A smidgen, like by a lot. Oh, it's weird. It's not Melissa. It's like moving when she's not. Hear it? Yeah, I hear it.
What is that?
Welcome to this episode of Phantom Files. I am back with a new episode of Phantom Files. So, today, the Ohio State Reformatory. It's about time, right? I've only been speaking about it for the last month. So, I do want to take a moment. I know, I just colored my hair today. Anyway, I want to thank everyone for sticking around and being here for when I got back. Surgery. After the surgery, the doctor said that my hernia was far worse and more extensive than what he thought it would be. It took about 7 weeks for me to feel well enough to be beaming on camera and be me, you know. I was kind of being a hermit, just kind of hunkered down, not feeling good, not wanting to move. I still can't believe the depression that came after the surgery. As I'm there in the hospital and I'm sitting here thinking, did I make a mistake in doing the surgery? I just, I couldn't breathe. It felt like I was suffocating in the hospital. But yeah, I want to thank all of you for still being here as I drop a new video. I would also like to give a special thanks to Melissa. I made quite a few more friends on this most recent paranormal investigation. This investigation was Melissa's, and she graciously invited me to come with. And a special thanks to Trisha for, also inviting me along this trip as well. And I can't believe a video with Trisha in it. Oh my God, because, how long has it been? I've been focusing on the McIntyre from way back in March when she wasn't there. So yay, Trisha's back. She's back. So talking about the trip, you wouldn't believe some of the weird stuff that happened to us on the way out there. Trisha's GPS just freaks out on us. I love that map.
God, I'm seriously, I can still see it from over here. And
I know. I don't know how many times we turned it off, tried to reset it, and it's just going at it.
Freaking curvy through here. I can't jack with it.
All right, I'm going to see if I can turn it off. But I had to record it for a little bit because nobody's going to believe this shit.
Oh my God, it's way worse than it was.
It is.
At least before, it looked like it was just...
I know. At least before it was a light fingering. This is completely going at it.
God.
All right.
It's lost its mind. It's completely, absolutely insane.
All right.
Not only does her GPS freak out on us, we stayed at one of the most disgusting hotels ever, right? I may or may not list which hotel it is or where it's located, but there was hair that didn't belong to us in the beds, and I didn't see this until I hopped in the shower, but there was like this glob of white stuff. I don't think it is what you might think it is. I think it was just like shampoo, but it had like 3 pubic hairs in it. Yeah. So when I got out of the shower, I'm like, Trisha, I am going to need your hand sanitizer. And she's like, why? And I said, I'm going to put it on my feet. I want to make sure that whatever I was stepping in or on, it was gross. It was gross. So we get to Ohio, we stop off at the Airbnb, we have this amazing lasagna with new friends, or, well, they were new friends for me. They have been friends with Trisha for a few years, and it was wonderful meeting all of them. And then we went to the Ohio State Reformatory. So this building was very, as we approached it, was very inspiring, intimidating, and foreboding.
Shit.
Yep.
Oh.
Woohoo! We are here at the Ohio State Reformatory. Shit. That is one heck of a monster.
Oh my God, it's beautiful. God, it's so beautiful. God, it's massive.
Wow.
Oh my God.
All right.
So the Ohio State Reformatory was built between 1886, I believe, and 1910 by Cleveland architect Levi Scotfield. And he did want this building to be inspiring and intimidating, and he made it out of limestone. And a lot of people who are in the paranormal communities do believe that there is something about limestone that actually traps energy and makes these locations a little bit more active than other locations. And this place has a lot of limestone. So that being said, as I'm hearing noises behind me, sorry for the interruption. It looked cool from the outside, but when you got inside, it was very oppressive. And even in the basement, I'm not showing any of the stuff from the basement for this episode, but the feeling, the heaviness that was down in the sub-basement of Solitary, I was starting to freak out.
Trying not to run out of here like a freaking sissy. As I whip the camera around a little bit more because I am starting to freak out a little bit. Just a smidgen, like by a lot.
Now, on April 21st, 1930, there was a fire at the penitentiary. And so they temporarily sent 200 of the inmates from the penitentiary to the reformatory. Supposedly, they sent the most violent criminals to the reformatory. Really? The murderers, things that I can't mention on YouTube, all right? And so they housed them in the attic of the reformatory. And there were no cells. There was a
dorms in the attic, but there was like no cells, no, they just had beds lined up. And, it would get hot up there. There was really no temperature regulation. And I mean, think about it. If you were one of those 200 inmates up there with no cells to keep you protected, I'm surprised anybody could sleep. Fast forward a little bit, and in the 1980s, the conditions inside of the reformatory were so bad that the inmates sued the state of Ohio and won. They were talking about some of the most cruelest, brutalizing, inhumane treatment of people, including a punishment called 8 and 8. So what is an 8 and 8, right? For 8 hours, you're chained up, you're standing. And then for 8 hours, you're crouching. So later on in this Ohio State Reformatory series, I do go down into the sub-basement of solitary confinement and actually find where there are studs of where these chains were. So there was the hole also in the sub-basement of solitary. And 2 inmates were in the hole when a massive thunderstorm came through and flooded the hole, and both inmates died. So yeah, there was a lot of brutalizing treatment here. In 1990, the reformatory was officially closed. But in this episode, we're going to be investigating the attic and trying to communicate with any of the 200 inmates that were housed up there.
What is that? Is that a...
Oh, thank you.
Here.
What those like doorway things? What are those? You said there was some machinery out there before. Some what? Machinery. Does it extend or? No, I think it's just right there. It might go up.
Do we want to use some kind of something in the middle? You want to try this?
Sure. It's gonna go off when I turn it on. It's a really light heat.
What is it?
It's like a REM pad. It's like a mini one that I got at the Paracon we were at.
Yeah.
Is that human?
Oh, that's weird. It's not
not Melissa. It's like moving when she's not. I did mention, hey, there's some shuffling going on, and I don't believe it's Melissa because it keeps going when she stops. So you won't see it on camera, but Melissa is in the back kind of pacing, looking at some of the archways that's behind us. But even when she stopped, we hear noises like in front of us and around us, kind of like it's approaching. Yeah.
Is that a human?
Oh, that's weird. It's not Melissa. It's like moving when she's not.
Hear it?
Yeah, I hear it.
We're still up here long with thing.
Should we set up a grid?
Yeah.
Hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely walking down that way.
Oh, God.
Put the grid maybe at the outlet.
Sorry. No, it's okay. I was like,
Such a temperamental thing.
My camera won't pick that up at all. Excuse me, sorry. There you go.
So like clicking. You hear all that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Are those like heating things? These metal things?
I think so.
Well, no heat should be on them, yeah?
No.
The fuck is above us, yo? Fucking old rotted ass ceiling. The fuck?
oh, shit. Sorry. I didn't have my flash on.
Okay, are they like on this floor still?
No.
Because I don't hear them talking.
No, but I hear something down that end.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought the grid, that's awesome.
The fuck are those noises?
Oh.
Hello? Oh. Is that my great granddad?
I thought it might have been.
Some interesting noise.
Excuse me. Sorry.
adjusting my camera. Sorry, guys.
It's a lot of noise.
It's like it's responding to each other. You know, you hear it behind us and then you hear it respond in front of us.
Could be an echo.
I thought I'd save mine for.
It might.
No.
Is there anyone down there?
If you are, can you make a noise down that end?
I know, it sounds like it's coming closer.
Can you make more noise, please? Did you hear that?
It was me moving my.
Down that other end, it sounded like a door slam or something. Did you hear it?
Yeah, I'm hearing that noise too. Yeah.
Can you make more noise for us, please, again?
Now, here's when things get a little creepy. I start hearing really, really loud shuffling around me and getting closer to the group. And I'm thinking, it's got to be Melissa. It's got to be Melissa. She's got to be pacing back there still. And then I pan my camera over and she's sitting. Not a single one of us is moving. Michelle is sitting to my right. Then there's Sue, Melissa, Trisha. We're all sitting. No one is moving around. Check it out.
So I wonder if these units are AC and heat. Like, I don't know.
Could be.
No, but they're not on. But we could be hearing noise from down inside them.
Well, I was wondering about, like, you know, if there was breezes somehow blowing, or, air moving up there.
Because the roof is right there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You like there's, you know, who knows if there's some holes somewhere above or because bats get in somehow, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And birds.
Yeah, birds.
It's not as active as, I don't think.
Mm-mm.
Did they keep people up here?
Yes, according to what he said, yes.
Asking them.
What's that?
She's asking
I was
them.
asking them.
Oh, shit, sorry.
You live at the last emergent. That's why I walked back there, I heard something
I keep hearing stuff back there.
there.
Where?
Right.
Yeah.
Talking or tapping or footsteps or?
Creaky.
Like, not quite thumps, but like, you know,
Pops or something.
yeah.
Hello?
We heard that there's a lot of activity up here, but we haven't heard much. Can you make some noise for us, please?
Could you maybe shuffle your feet on the floor?
What does it sound like?
I'm gonna turn my video off for a little bit. So I hope all of you enjoyed today's episode. And I know I said not every single episode will be cinematic and true. I wanted to do one for this video to have like this major comeback of, hi guys, I'm still here. I'm back. I'm feeling better. And I'm just ready to drop more videos. The next one probably won't be cinematic. It will be, you know, back to the way things were, but it's still gonna be a really cool episode. So I will see all of you next